what's happening now? I was sitting here, Way of Victory. 50 years of martial arts training. We're still in 1974. I want to first shout out my son, $1 Billion Visions. Keep the faith, keep going, son. I'm proud of you and I love you. I want to shout out my man, Banky Pound. Appreciate all that you're doing. Banky Pound has a 33 years of prison channel that has a lot of knowledge and wisdom he's speaking about. His goal is to keep young people from going through the whole prison system, which I definitely concur with that. Nobody wants that. And I want to say, free young thug. All right, let's get busy with this. So 74, and I'm 17, and we're doing these in-school fights. And they were, they were serious. And my fight now, I got the new sensei, but it's the same protocol. So I was matched up, and the sensei's, boosted me up and telling me be careful because this guy's pretty, serious. His name was Monster Man. He was another active duty Marine, about 6 feet, about 200 pounds, and had like a scar. That's why they called him Monster. He had a scar on his face from some type of war wound. He was another Vietnam vet. So, and as well as like an assistant hand-to-hand combat instructor. So these guys were serious. So Monster Man is looking at me. He's heard about me too, and I can tell by the way he's looking at me. So he's probably like, he was an old guy to me then, probably about 28, 29, maybe even 30. So which was, ancient. I'm 17. But he's a grown man, and we looked at each other, and I knew what it was going to be. And so we got the equipment out there. And we square off. Monster Man was much faster than I thought he was to be that big. He catches me with a roundhouse kick right in the ribs, and then follows it up with 2 more, bang, bang, and I fall to the ground. Like it probably would have broke my rib if we didn't have the equipment on, because he's kicking with his shin as the impact. So he's much faster than I thought. So we square off again, boom, boom. He catches me with 2 punches, to the face. I'm all shook up because the mask got me. And so I realize I'm sleeping. I'm really not. He's overwhelming me, and I wasn't where I needed to be mentally. So I take a few breaths. My sensei calls me over to the corner and says, "Calm the fuck down, and go out and do what you need to do." Then he said something that kind of made me laugh. He said, "Never let an ugly face scare you." And that kind of brought me down and let me know, okay, where I need to be and how I need to do this. So we square off again, and he's coming in like now with a front kick. I block the front kick, and then I jump up in the air and act like I'm gonna throw a front kick at him. And as I'm up in the air by his face, I land a vicious full punch right in his face in that mask, and rocked him, and as he's rocking, I catch him with a side kick, and a really hard side kick in the equipment. So now he knows, you might have caught me sleeping, but I'm wide awake now. So now it's on. He's coming at me still. He comes again with all these overpowering punches, kind of like the Hell's Angels. Little guy, people, they want to overpower you, and so I'm getting off the line. But he's coming so vicious, it's hard for me to really get a punch or kick in. And then I start timing him with the side kick as he's coming out side kick, as he's coming in our side kick. And that was one of my favorite techniques, because as a little guy, I'd always be moving very fast and moving like in different patterns. So I catch him with the side kick. I catch him with a roundhouse kick. He catches me again with a roundhouse kick to the rib, and a roundhouse kick right up to the head. But I blocked it, but it really hurt my arm. Because he's coming with these, vicious like axe handle type kicks. So we're rolling. We're rolling. This was I think we did like 3 rounds, and we kept rolling. I would say I caught him. My best shot was the spinning back kick. So again, side kick, and then I act like I'm I'm going to just take a step back, but as I take the step back, I shoot the spinning back kicks. I caught him with one of those, and then side kick, spinning back kick, side kick. So I caught him with like a trifecta, which he wasn't expecting that third one. And you know, my sensei, I could tell he was so happy to see that. You know, that's that pure Ishin root. And even the guy impressed it. You know, was impressed. Monster Man, you know, shook his head. And we went back and forth. He did catch me a couple more times in the face, and caught me with a really good front kick to the chest. And then as we continued, I would say it's I think in terms of points, I actually kicked him more time, punched him more times than he did me. But I know in reality, I couldn't have taken even one of those without the equipment. So, I mean, I feel everybody was telling me I won. I felt like it was more like a draw. But Monster Man and I became very, very good friends, and we had some nice, you know, sparring matches and worked together on technique, hand-to-hand combat, and the brotherhood was there. That's one of the great things I do like about martial arts is that it promotes the brotherhood. Now, during this time, I got the key to the dojo, and there's a lot of people that come in, you know, people that want to spar, we would spar. Since it wasn't there and spar, you know, with no equipment, we go ahead and get it in. So anyway, this surfer dude named Sea-Dog came in, and it was a very interesting fight, which I'll tell you about next time. Sea-Dog.